Good day. It's Dalene. I have a podcast called Network Equals Net Worth, and I love to share networking tips. Check out my website, Network Equals Net Worth, and it's not about money. It's about the richness in our relationships. Today, I want to talk about networking, referrals, and something I learned from a hand pump. I remember my grandparents having an old hand pump for the well in their yard. As kids, we'd pump away till our arms got tired, and then we'd stop. The problem was if you stopped too soon, you lost all your momentum. You had to start all over again before the water would flow. Over the years, I've realized networking can be exactly the same. Many people attend event, have a few great conversations, exchange business cards, and maybe even connect on LinkedIn. Then life gets busy. They stop pumping. The relationship never had a chance to develop. The referral never happens. The opportunity disappears. One of the biggest challenges I see in networking is that people make it too hard for others to help them. I'll often ask, who would a great referral be for you? And many people will say, anyone. Now, if you're a networking professional, you already know the challenge with that answer. If you tell me anyone, there's nothing for me to remember. There's nothing for me to listen for. There's nothing for me to connect you to. But if you tell me you're looking to meet business owners who are preparing to retire, or growing families who need a larger home, or mining professionals in the gold and silver industry, now that's different. Now I have something specific to look for. Now I become part of your referral network. This is where networking becomes powerful. Every day, people in your network are hearing conversations that you're not hearing. They're sitting in meetings you're not attending. They're having coffee with people you'll never meet. The question is, would they recognize an opportunity for you if they heard one? The more clearly you describe who you help, the easier it is for people to refer you. I often compare this to purchasing a new car. The moment you buy one, you suddenly see the same vehicle everywhere. The cars were already there. You just started paying attention. Networking works the same way. When you clearly communicate who you're looking to meet and who you help, people begin to notice opportunities. If they cannot repeat exactly what you say, you're making it too difficult for people. But that's only half the story. The second part is the follow-up. Have you ever met somebody in a networking event and thought, I really like to continue this conversation? Some of the best connections I've made didn't happen during the event, they happened afterward. Sometimes it's a quick coffee. Sometimes it's grabbing a bite to eat after the event. Sometimes it's a follow-up call a few days later. Recently, 4 of us continued a conversation after a networking event. By the end of the evening, we knew far more about each other than we had during the networking event itself. Strike while the iron's hot. The connection became real, and that's the goal. Networking isn't about collecting contacts. It's about building genuine relationships. If I don't have time to continue the conversation right away, I'll let the person know when I'll follow up. That sounds simple, but it's amazing how much trust is built when people do what they say they're going to do. Many people plant seeds. Very few consistently water them. A thoughtful follow-up message, a comment on LinkedIn, an invitation to another event, a relevant article, an introduction to somebody in your network. These small actions keep relationships alive. One of my favorite networking principles is simple. Do what you wish somebody would do for you. If you appreciate an introduction, why not make one? If you appreciate a follow-up, why not send one? If you appreciate being invited to an event, invite someone to join you. That's how strong networks are built. For today, I want to leave you with 2 questions. First, can people in your network clearly describe who your ideal client is? Second, are you following up consistently enough for relationships to grow? Because networking is a lot like that old hand pump. If you stop too soon, you lose momentum. I teach people how to love networking with a system that includes all the follow-up to build those relationships one day at a time, one person at a time. It's magic, but you need to implement it. As Atomic Habits says, unless you implement a system, all of those goals and dreams you have are not going to come into fruition. That's where the magic happens. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Everybody's got a story, and I'd love to hear yours.